3, 2, 1. We are live.
Okay. Welcome to the iOS Lead Essentials podcast. Here we discuss the strategies in your journey to become a black belt iOS developer. That is, achieve technical excellence and be part of the highest paid iOS developers in the world. I'm Mike.
And I'm Caio. And the topic today is what to do if you can't invest in your education to become a black belt senior iOS developer. First of all, let me explain what we consider a black belt senior iOS developer. And at the end of this live, we'll give you the first task you need to do to solve your problem. Solve this problem of lacking the money or time to invest in your career.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to stay with us until the end if you want to solve this problem. All right, so what is a black belt senior iOS developer? So a black belt senior iOS developer denotes a senior developer with an expert level of technical and practical skills who can confidently deliver iOS apps they're proud of and turn messy code bases into successful projects. Of course, as a black belt, you are a reference in the industry, just like in martial arts. And you are recognized for your abilities. So you can choose the projects you work on worldwide. You can lead and help other developers grow, just like black belts teach beginners to become black belts as well. Mm-hmm. And of course, you get paid exceptionally well. And of course, to become a black belt, you need to invest in your education on many fronts.
Okay.
Make sense?
Exactly.
You just don't become a black belt by showing up. You need to invest in your education. You need to practice. But maybe your bank balance doesn't like this statement right now, that you need to invest even money and time. Your bank balance maybe doesn't like this statement. And I fully understand it because most of us have been there, including me. Including me. In the beginning of my career, I was not making a lot of money at all. So I fully understand. I understand. But most of the time, when we say we don't have resources to invest, including money and time, it's just because that's not a priority for us. Because we cannot see the benefit of making that investment.
Okay.
This is important.
Yeah, let's elaborate.
Let me clarify. So let me ask you a question, a very simple question to explain this concept. Let's say you want to buy a house, but you only have $10,000 in the bank. It's not enough to buy a house. But if today a friend of yours showed you a house in a high standard place, a house that costs $1 million. Imagine that. House that costs $1 million, but the owner is selling it for $100,000. Would you buy it? There's no catch to that question. It's a legit offer for a legit house. $100,000 for a house that is worth $1 million. It's 10 times more than what you have in the bank. You have 10,000 and the house is 100,000. But the house is worth 10 times more. 10 times more than what the buyer is asking. There's no catch. It's a legit offer. Who would buy the house? I would. I would find a way. I would call friends, I'll call family, I'll call my boss,
Yeah.
Because it's an opportunity. And when you see it as an opportunity, you find the means to get what you want. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I see some people saying that, do you have several tabs opened with this live session? No.
No,
Is
I
that an
think it's
echo
maybe
problem?
yeah, maybe for another participant.
Or maybe you have two tabs open?
Maybe, yeah.
Let me know. How is the audio? Is it okay? No problem. Okay. So who would buy the house? I would.
Yes,
Because
please.
you can see it's an opportunity. They can buy it for 10 times less what it's worth. You will find a way. You will find a way. And that's what I mean by making something a priority, understanding it's an opportunity. Because if you understand it's an opportunity, if you reframe it, you find a way to buy it. You may even call friends, family, your boss, because it's a fantastic opportunity that not just you can benefit from, but other people can benefit from it as well. And many times in our lives, we let fantastic opportunities like that pass by because we don't set the right priorities. We don't set the right priorities.
Exactly.
So someone's saying, I would, but if I don't have money, then I wish. No, you would find a way. Because if you
Exactly.
know it's a great opportunity, you will bring other people to help you, for example. And everyone can benefit from this opportunity. So you need to be more resourceful. So it's not just about having the money or not. That's not usually the reason stopping you from achieving your goals as an iOS developer.
Mhm.
It's about what is important and what is a priority for you. It's about making investments, understanding opportunities, and making investments in those opportunities. How much will you invest and how much will you get back? Make sense?
Yes, exactly.
And you can have two forms of return from investing in your education. There's the quantifiable, the tangible returns, like money,
Mhm.
goods, like, can buy holidays, travel, can buy
Mhm.
cars, houses, whatever. And there's intangible returns you get from investing in education, like becoming an authority in the industry, gaining more autonomy and respect, just like black belts have respect from everyone. You gain more knowledge about specific topics, you level up, you work with the best teams and people, becoming a role model for other developers, being able to teach other developers as well, networking, and so on. Makes sense?
Absolutely.
Do we have any questions here?
Is it common go to the library and get some old books on solid and clean architecture? Yeah, you don't even have to go to the library. Just open the Essential Developer YouTube channel. It's a bunch of stuff in there.
Bunch of free stuff.
Yep.
And do the work, not just read the books, not just watch the videos.
Right. That's another extremely important thing, that you can watch all the videos that you want, you can read all the books that you want. And that's part of, like, this is the consumption part, right? You're going to consume that knowledge, but if you're not going to put, the effort and the practice to produce something with that, it's futile.
Absolutely. For example, if you want to invest in a house and you buy a house as an investment, but you don't rent it, you don't sell it, you don't improve it,
Mhm.
you're not using your investment wisely. Make sense?
Exactly.
Same way, if you're investing in your career, you need to apply what you learn. You need to become better because then you get the returns. Then you get the returns. All right. So who wants to know? Who wants to know how to get money to invest in your career? And investing in your career is also investing in tools, in software, in anything that will help you improve. For example, buying a personal dev account at Apple, so you can submit your portfolio to the App Store. We said the other day, how much is it? Around $100
a year. Yeah.
70 something pounds if you're in the UK. It's an investment that maybe you need to make. So first of all, what is the wrong way of bypassing this obstacle or not having money? The wrong way of doing it is to get into debt that you cannot pay.
Right.
Don't get into debt you cannot pay.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be responsible. For example, another wrong way of doing it is stop paying for other things you purchased to invest in your education and accumulate that. You have to be responsible and stick to your promises. So that's the wrong way, getting to debt that you cannot pay. But there is the right way. As logical and simple as it may seem, the first thing you need to do is to reframe the problem. Instead of seeing education as a cost, that I know that a lot of people think education is a cost. I know it because I also thought it was. I also thought, I need to buy a course. Like, it's a cost. It's a cost. But if you buy good courses, if you buy good books, and if you apply what you learn, you get amazing returns. So it's an investment that you make now, and you have huge returns in the future. That's what investment is. How much we will invest now and how much you get back later.
Yeah, it's even better than that because there's basically no downside here. It's like extremely limited, the downside. So yeah, I mean, in the traditional sense, investments, can go up, can go down. Here, like, what is the down side? Yeah, almost non-existent.
In my experience, in my opinion, education is the safest investment I ever made. Ever made. For example, I can place $5,000 in the stock market. Or even gamble it,
Right.
Gamble. I don't know, a football match. I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting to get double, right? I put 5,000 in the stock market and I expect to get 10,000 back. I want an 100% return on my investment. How many stocks give you 100% return in a matter of like a couple of years? Like, how long does it take for a stock to give you 100% return? Not a lot. It's not usual to get 100% return in your investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You may even lose all of it. Gambling or in the stock market, you can lose all of it. The odds are against me when I put the money in gambling. Make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that.
Or I can invest $5,000 in good books, in good courses, in training, to learn valuable skills that the software industry needs. It's not just about buying courses or books. Good books, good courses, good training. They will make me better. Will build valuable skills that the industry needs. Valuable skills. Unique skills. And of course, practice what I learn and apply what I learn so I can become really proficient at it. Because just buying a book and reading it is not enough. It's not enough. But if you do it, if I invest in my education and I practice and I become proficient at a valuable skill, I can double my income. I can double my income. Not double my investment. I can double my income, which is much, 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 much more than doubling my 5,000 investment, for example. Make sense?
That's it. Absolutely.
Of course, you also need to buy a good computer so you become more proficient. You can more efficient. Software, you may have to buy software. You may have to buy an iPhone. You may have to buy a watch. There are also these things you need to buy and invest. Things that When you become proficient, you'll be able to double your income or even more. And the good thing about building those skills is that for as long as you apply those valuable skills in the market, in the industry, you will get returns from that investment you made of money and time for becoming proficient. Make sense? If you make your education a priority and you reframe it as an investment, you understand it's an investment, then you need to take responsibility and think about what you can do to get the money to invest.
Yes. And by the way, since you mentioned the traditional investment, in the stock market or just like a bet, like here your career is going to be yielding over, I don't know, like maybe 30, 40 years returns, right? So the sooner you start and you adopt this mindset, like of course the bigger returns you're going to have.
Absolutely. For example, if you make $50,000 a year and you become proficient in a new skill, you take courses, you read books, you practice, and now you make 100,000 a year. You doubled your income per year. In 5 years, you have $250,000 that you wouldn't have with all those skills.
Yes.
And in 10 years, it's $500,000.
Yes.
If you don't do anything else, you just keep applying those skills. But if you invest in new skills and you keep progressing, it accumulates over time.
Exactly.
Make sense? Let's see if we have any questions here. I'm not paying much attention to the comments, sorry.
Bartos says makes perfect sense.
Awesome. Try Bitcoin.
Tyler, Tesla. Yes. But that's the thing,
That's
like
gambling.
that's the thing with these returns. I mean, no, I mean, of course we cannot predict the future, but like if you see something going parabolic and then just dipping suddenly, that's what you don't want your career to be like that. You want to have returns and the yield compound, in like a big span of years there. So yeah, don't know if these things are gonna keep going up, but
It's a bet.
yeah.
But your career, your skills, they are much safer investment. Much safer investment. In my opinion, is the safest investment I ever made.
Like,
I do make investments outside my education as well. I do have money in more riskier investments for the long term, for the short term. But I also need to increase my income, because if I increase my income, then I can invest more in those other more passive incomes. Make sense?
yes. Yes.
This is the safest one, the one that I can use at any time and get returns.
Exactly.
But I know it's not easy,
Yeah. And in business terms, it's like you want this cash flow coming every single month and every single year and keep increasing. And that's how you become also, credit worthy. And yeah, of course, then you can get your gains and put them wherever you want. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So also investing in learning how to invest your money is a skill that you need to have as well. The more you increase your income, the more you need to learn how to invest.
Yes. That's a very good suggestion.
Absolutely. So I know it's hard. I know it's hard when you look at a bank account and it's like it doesn't agree with you that you need to invest in your career. For example, my first intern job, I was making around $300 a month. That's less than $5,000 a year. Less than $4,000 a year. And I was working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. The same amount of time that I would work today. But I was making $4,000 a year. What is the difference? My skills. my knowledge. My skills as an intern were not good enough to deliver more value and increase my income. I had to invest in my education. It's exactly because I didn't have the money that I need to invest in my education to earn more. I need to increase my income. Exactly because I don't have money that I need to find ways to increase my income. Invest in my education. But I was making $300 a month. For a long time, I didn't invest in my education. And of course, things didn't change. I didn't get a raise. I couldn't find better jobs. I had to come up with ways to bypass this obstacle. And one way I found that worked for me was to get my boss to invest in me. Get someone else to invest in me because I couldn't.
Yeah.
But someone else could. And it wasn't easy also to build the courage to ask.
Yeah.
I don't like asking stuff. I don't like it. But my situation would not change if I didn't. It would not. So I waited a long time, until I built up the courage to ask. And they said yes. And I got it. I got it because they understand that if I improve, they will get better results. It was not charity. It was an investment they were making in me.
Yes.
So I'll become better. And I deliver better results for them. It's a win-win situation. Your boss is not your enemy. Your boss is on your side. They want you to become better. They want you to become better. Because better skills equals better work.
Yeah. And better work.
Better skills equals
More
better
praise
work.
for everyone.
For everyone. Win-win. So of course, businesses will invest in their employees. They will train people because it makes sense financially.
Yes.
So maybe you're not asking because, like me, you are afraid or you don't like it. You don't like to ask stuff. But things will not change. If you don't have the means, you can find someone that can invest in you. Things will only change when you change. When you improve. Things only improve when you improve. Make sense?
That's it.
But if they're not providing you gotta ask. If they're not willingly give you the training, you got to ask. Some companies will provide you the training. You're gonna start working there. They already have it all set up. They have the whole training plan set up. But that's rare. That's rare. If that's not your case, you gotta ask. The only way you can get it is if you ask. There's this story. There's this joke. A guy is begging for God to win the lottery. Every day, every week, he prays and begs. Please, I want to win the lottery, please. And on the other side, God is begging him to buy the ticket. Please just buy the ticket and I'm going to make you win, but you got to buy the ticket, my friend.
Right.
You can't win if you don't buy the ticket. So you got to buy your ticket. Ask someone to help you. That's how many of our students got to invest in the iOS Lead Essentials program. They asked their boss to pay for them. And they did. And they got it.
Yes, absolutely.
Is there anyone in the chat here that is a student and your boss paid for it? Let us know.
Okay, some awesome stories here, by the way. I started to invest in my education since I was working in a restaurant. Now I make 400% more than the restaurant salary as an iOS developer.
Look at that.
That's exactly what we're talking about here.
That's the kind of returns you can get. You will never get this in the stock market. Like,
yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing your story. And of course, maybe you're thinking, Caio, you don't understand. I already asked, and my boss said no. I asked, and they said no. Or maybe you're not even currently employed.
Mhm.
And many iOS devs, they have tried asking their bosses, and they got a no. They got a no. Is that a case here? It happens. Oh, Bartos. When you started your career, you asked your boss to invest in you. He declined because he preferred to invest in top performers. See, it happens. But many don't even try because they're afraid of getting a no. They see their bosses not on their side. Most bosses are on your side. Some are not.
Yes.
Because the more you improve, the more they gain as well. It's win-win. But if you want your boss to invest in you, you need to show commitment. You need to show commitment to getting better and bringing those benefits back. You need to show that this is going to benefit them. And then you need to do work, whatever it takes, to make their investment count. You need to build this trust with them so they keep investing in you. And if they say no, you can ask them, do you want me to fail? Do you want me to fail? We need this expertise to improve. I need this expertise to improve the results we deliver as a team. If I don't build those valuable skills, we won't progress. I'm committed to do what it takes to improve our situation, our product, our app, our efficiency, whatever they need, and that this training will provide them. You need to say that I need these skills and I need you to invest in me. Otherwise, I'm afraid we're going to fail. I'm committed. I'm going to make it happen, whatever it takes. Even if I work and I do the courses on weekends and I stay a little bit late to make this happen, but I will make your investment count. I will make it count. If they still say no, I would probably look for another job. Because what kind of boss would say no to this to improve the situation? They don't want to see you succeed in the company and provide back the investment they make in you. I would feel like they are not interested in getting better. I don't want to work in such places because I'm not going to progress. Years and years will pass and nothing will change. But I'm confident most bosses will invest in their employees. Most of them. A few won't. Very few won't. So you need to be resourceful. If you're in this situation and your boss you have a terrible boss is not going to invest in you. You need to be resourceful. You need to find other ways to pass this obstacle. Find someone else to invest in you. But you cannot use that. You cannot let this obstacle stop you because otherwise things will not change. You're going to be working for this terrible boss forever. Things will not change unless you change. If you want a great life, a great career, a great salary, then you have to be great. You see, the adjective that goes close to your career, to your salary, great career, is the same that needs to go close to you. You need to be great if you want a great salary, a great career, a great life. Because like one of the most frustrating periods in my career was trying to have a great career, a great salary, when I was not great.
Right.
Because it didn't happen. It would never happen. It's frustrating. For things to improve, I had to improve. And I'm sure that if you show commitment and a remarkable desire to become better, people will invest in you. They will. You need to be confident when you ask. When you ask for help, you need to be confident. You need to believe in yourself. Believe that you're going to make their investment count and you're going to bring it back to them. 10x. Because people don't hear what you say. But how you say it.
Right.
They hear how you say it. How you say it. And if this person doesn't want to invest in you, it's likely that maybe at some point you let them down. They don't trust you. They don't trust that you can do it. You may not even know what you did wrong, but they do. And they may be afraid of you letting them down again. But then it creates this vicious circle where they don't invest in you, you don't get better, and it keeps reinforcing that view they have. So you need to improve your reputation with them. You need to talk to them seriously. For example, I know I let you down on project X.
Mhm.
I'm really sorry about that. But if we keep going on like this, nothing will improve. Nothing will improve. So what do you think about give me the chance of proving that I can be better and return your investment? If you invest in me, I'll be the most dedicated person in this company to make this happen. Whatever it takes, you have my word. And if I don't do it, I'll be responsible and I will give back your investment. You won't lose this. You have nothing to lose. But you have much to gain if we improve our situation here. So, boss, what do you think? Will you invest in me? I will make it count. You can trust me. It's my word. Now, which boss would say no to that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But you gotta do it. And you need to make their investment count. You need to commit, you need to improve and make a return. Stick to your word.
Exactly.
So you can become a
Ultimately,
black belt, you can return their investment like 10x. If
yes.
someone invests in you, returns always more than what they invested in you. Give them back interest.
Yes.
Be grateful and make it count. Make sense?
That's it.
So, you have a task today. If you have this problem that you cannot invest in your education right now, you have this obstacle. Your task today is to make a list of 50 different ways you can find the resources to invest in your education. And 50 is a long list. You're going to exercise your brain to find out solutions. It's a great exercise. And out of those 50, a bunch won't work. But you just need one to work. And I'm confident you can get someone to invest in you. Maybe not your boss, but someone. But you need to act. You need to act because making this list will make you more resourceful. Coming up with ideas to pass your obstacles will show you that you can bypass your obstacles. What is the thing you say, Mike? That your brain is your idea muscle, something like that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you work it out, it's going to produce, it's going to be more powerful. So, yeah, gonna have better ideas, more ideas, or like you're gonna endure more. Like 50 is like a big number, when if you're not used to making lists as such, sitting down and taking the time to come up with stuff, it's hard, like it's easier to watch Netflix or something like that. So
It's
you
more
need to,
entertaining.
yeah, absolutely, you need to persevere. But the more you do it, that's the point here. The more you do it, you get used to it, you like it because you see results, so you want to do it more and more and more. So yeah, it takes some time, but this is how you start. You sit down and say, yeah, 50. Oh my god, it's 50. It's like maybe I should come up with 5. Sure, you come up with another 5. Repeat, 9 more times.
Yeah, come up with 5, 10 times.
Yeah. Exactly, that's it.
Like any other muscle in your body, exercise your brain coming up with ideas. The more you exercise it, the more efficient it becomes in finding solutions to your problems, passing your obstacles. Because if you don't do this list, if you don't exercise your brain coming up with ideas, nothing will change. Nothing will change. And you just need one idea to work, just one. So this is your task today. Do we have any questions here? Marco switched to iOS development, made a huge investment, and he got it back within a year. Look at that. And from now on, profit. Fantastic. And best friends with mentor. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing your story, Marco.
Yeah.
Proactivity over delivering. That's it. Don't work hard only on your job. Work hard on yourself. That's it.
Awesome.
Fantastic. All right. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. We have a live session at 6 p.m., mentoring session with iOS developers. See you there.
Bye, yo.
See ya.